Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is on how to cut this princess dart bustier with a stylish neckline. So if this sounds like something you're interested in, ensure to keep on watching and let's get started. So we'll start with drafting the front pattern. The measurement needed to make this will be on the screen. So I went on to fold the paper like this. So I'm cutting it on fold just like this. And I dropped 1 inch from the edge of the paper for the shoulder line, and then I marked the waistline, which is from your shoulder to your waistline. The waistline is about 18 inches that I marked there. So what I need to do now is to impute our vertical measurements. So from the shoulder line, I'll mark to the nipple point, which is about 10 inches, to the underbust about 14 inches, and then the waistline. So I'm marking it at this other side as well. That's the shoulder line to the nipple point, which is 10 inches, and to the underbust 14 inches. And then I'll rule it up in a straight line. So after drawing the line, I will come in from the folded part of the paper. I'll come in on the shoulder line by 8 inch. That is the shoulder width divided by 2, which is giving us 8 inches. And then I'll come down by 1 inches and mark the arm side measurement. So the arm side measurement is your bust measurement divided by 6 plus 1 or 1.5 inches. That is what I marked down there. And that is the line I am drawing now. So that becomes the chest line for this front pattern. So I will impute the shoulder width measurement there just to get that straight line from the for the arm side area or for the armhole area, any of these words that you're familiar with. So after drawing this right now, what we need to do now is just to label it so the lines won't confuse us. So that line is our chest line. So this other one is our bust line. This is our under bust line, and this is our waistline. So this other folded part of the paper is our center front. So on the shoulder line, I'll come in from the center front by 3.5 inches, which is our neckline width. That's the width of our neckline, 3.5 inches. Then I will come down by 3 inches and just mark it. So this is what we'll mark first before going now ahead to alter our neckline area to the stylish neckline that we have earlier in the video. So after marking this right now, we need to curve our armhole area or the arm size. So I'll divide what I have there by 2 and then coming by ½ inch, and on the chest line I will impute the round bust measurement, which is 40 divided by 4, which gave us 10 inches, and then I'm just going to connect those lines together or those points together like this. So after connecting these points, what we need to do next is to impute our nipple to nipple measurements. So the nipple to nipple measurement, that's the bust span measurement for this, is 8 inches divided by 2, which gave us 4 inches that I'm marking down there. Then I'll roll it up in a straight line. And after this, we need to mark our dart. So for the dart intake, I'll be using 0.75 inch on both sides for the dart intake, and I will connect it to the bust point just like this. After marking the dart, we need to impute our round waist measurement. The round waist measurement I'm working with is about 32 inches divided by 4, which gave us 8 inches plus 1.5 inches for the dart intake. That is what I marked there. Next, we need to tighten the underbust. The underbust measurement I'm working with is about 34 inches divided by 4, which is giving us 8.5 inches. And what we have there when I measured it is about 9.75 inches. So we have extra 1.25 inches left. So on this other side of the dart leg, I'm just going to mark 0.75 inch towards the side front and 0.5 inch towards the center front, and then I'm just going to connect it like this. And carefully note that I marked this 0.75 and 0.5 inch from the initial dart leg we have. So next we need to curve this to the points like this. That means use your curve to curve it to the bust point just the way I am doing. And after this, I'll just go ahead to use my marker pen to make it more visible for us to see. And don't mind me, the breeze was really much, so I had to just use the pattern master to hold my pattern paper very well. So the princess dart is a long seam that extends from the armscye area to the waistline or towards the hem of the dress. And to extend this princess dart to the armscye, we will measure what we have there, divide it by 2. So we have about 9 inches there, and divided by 2 will give 4.5 inches, which I marked there. And then on that 4.5 inches, I'll be going up by half inch and come down by half inch and connect it like so. So after marking the princess darts, we put in our bust darts. So to put this bust darts, we need to measure from our shoulder to the waistline for the front and the back. And the difference is what we're going to use for the bust dart. So we're going to put it at the side front, and the difference from the waist measurement for the front and the back is about 2 inches. So I came down from the bust line by 2 inches and I'll connect it to the bust point just like this. So if you cut our princess dart like this, while joining our fabric together is not going to match up there. So we need to extend it by that 1 inch dart intake we did there. So we'll come out by 1 inch there, and on the chest line it will also come out by 1 inch, just the way I am marking. And then we'll bring in our armhole curve to connect these points together. And to join that new curve to the side front, we need to close up the bust dart. So I'm just going to close up that 2 inches bust dart that we have there. And after closing it up, I will then use a pattern curve or the straight ruler to just connect the points like this. So you can go ahead to use your masking tape to tape it down. I'm just using the scissors to hold it down before going ahead to connect it. So I'll just draw it like this. Normally you can start from the bust point line to connect it, but I prefer to start from the under bust line like this to connect it to the chest line, just the way I am doing. So I'll use my marker pen to make it more visible, just the way I did. And after that, this is how it looks. This is how curvy everything came out to be. So we need to open up the bust dart now and go ahead to style our neckline area. That's the front neckline and the stylish neckline I talked about earlier. So to do this styling, I'm just going to open up the pattern like this, just the way I am doing. And I'm just going to extend this same measurement we have here on this other side, which is what I did here. So to make that front beautiful stylish design, I'm just going to come down by 6 inches. Depending on how deep you want yours to be, you can go as far as 8 inches, depending on how deep you want yours to be. And I'm just going to make sure that it's in a straight line. That's what I'm trying to get here. And after ensuring that is in a straight line, like the 6 inches I came down is in a straight line, I'm just going to rule it just this way that I'm doing. And for this other curved part of the front, I'm just going to connect it like this using a curved pattern, just the way I am doing. After marking the front stylish neckline, I'll go ahead to use the marker pen to make all the lines visible for us to see. So after this, I'll go ahead to close up our pattern at this moment and then close up the bust dart also. If you have your masking tape, you can go ahead to tape it down. Then use your paper scissors to cut the pattern out. So I'll go ahead to cut it out and you'll see the finished look. And after cutting it out, I'll open up the pattern like this and then cut out the stylish front neckline we have. And guys, our pattern is ready. This is all we have for the front pattern. I'll go ahead to label it again so you can note the lines. So this is the chest line, the bust line, under bust line, and the waistline. I'll do this on this other side and look at it here, looking all nice. And I'll go ahead now to start cutting the back. So for the back pattern is very simple. I'm just going to repeat almost the same thing I did for the front. I came down by 1 inch to get the shoulder line, and from the shoulder line I came down by 16 inches for the back waistline. So remember, the front waistline is 18 inches and the difference between the front and the back waistline is 2 inches. So I'm marking down 8.5 inches there, which is what we use for the front chest line, that we are going to use also for the back chest line. So this is me ruling the line here, and after this we're just going to get the shoulder measurement. So the shoulder measurement we work with is about 16 inches divided by 2, which is giving us 8 inches. That is what I'm marking there, and then I'll come down by 1 inch for the shoulder slant, and also that will become the armhole or the arm sign area. So I'm just going to make it in a straight line starting from the center back, just the way I noted it down. That's the CB. So I'll rule up the line like so, and then I'm just going to get the neckline width. The width of the neckline we work with is 3.5 inches. So I'll slant the shoulder just this way and divide what I have around the arm side area and come in by half inch, and then on the chest line I'm just going to measure our round bust measurement there, which is 10 inches that we marked on for the front, and then connect it like so. So this is our chest line, and the down part becomes the waistline for the back. That's the back waistline. So on the back waistline I'm just going to come in by 4 inches, which is our bust span measurements that we use for the front. So we're using it for our darts for the back. So I'm coming in by 4 inches to rule it up like so. And then for the dart intake for the back, I'm using half inch on both sides. So I'm just going to connect that half inch I marked to the dart leg. So this is just what I'm going to do, and this becomes the dart for the back pattern. So on the waistline we have 32, which is our waist measurement, divided by 4, which gave us about 8 inches, and plus the 1 inch dart intake, which gave us 9 inches. That is what I marked there and connected it to the chest line. So at the center back, we're going to shape in that area. I will come in from the center back by 0.75 inch, just like this, and I'll come down from the shoulder line by 6 inch and then connect it like so. So this will help your zipper to relax better when you're making your dress. So after doing this, the back is ready, but we have to put our neckline design. So the neckline style that I want to work with, I really do not know what style to give to the back. My client wants it moderate, so I decided to just give it a block shape or a block neckline. So I came down from the shoulder line by 4 inches. You can decide to go lower for your preference, anyone you want it to be. And then I will also come down here by 4 inches just to make it in a block form. So I will just make that, the block shape neckline at the back, yeah, just like you have round neckline, yeah. So this one is just the block neckline or the rectangular neckline, anyone you would call it. So for the back we're going to be putting a princess line at the back. So I'll measure what we have there around the arm side area, get the center, which is 4.5 inches, and then mark it there. But I decided to go up by half inch because I didn't like the way the curve was given at the back. So I came up by half inch from the initial 4.5 inch I had, and then connect it like so. So this one is just a princess seam or a princess, line, not really a dart around the armhole area. So this is what we have. I'll go ahead to use my marker pen to make it more visible for us to see, and after that our back pattern is ready. So this is the side back, and I'll go ahead to cut. So this video is a pattern drafting video. If you would love to see how I made a beautiful dress out of this pattern, ensure to subscribe, share, like, leave a comment below, and turn on your notification bell so you'll be notified when I post the sewing tutorial. And this is a beautiful dress. Ensure not to miss the sewing tutorial, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.